introduce myself. I am basically a banker, and also then I started my practice last 2 years. I have worked in private and public bank also, both the banks, and also in foreign also I worked in banks. So I have a reasonable this one. First of all, I want to assure that Indian banking system is very strong. In that, this NPA norms, everything has been introduced in 1992. That is at that time. After that, only many banks have introduced the standard, substandard, doubtful, and loss assets, everything. And that only has saved us in even 2007, the submortgage crime, submortgage, that issues came in USA. At that time also, we were able to withstand those tremors, mainly because the structure itself is wrong. Yeah, very much nice. Only thing, there may be issues. As you say that there are issues. I don't deny that one. So this is I wanted to just in a little positive way that to start with that. And then I want to tell about the small evolution about that banking, so it will be useful for everyone. I felt that the perspective is that the bank were nationalized 19 July 1969. Purpose of nationalization was to promote rapid growth in agriculture, mainly small industries exposed to encourage new entrepreneurs and to develop all backward areas. There was a conceptual change for shift of focus in banking from creamy layer. Previously, banking was not accessible, 1969 and all. Previously, only creamy layer can go to the bank. So it has gone to all the places. Next slide, please. It can, that is, people will be able to, Naveen, next slide, just put. So focus shift. So there was, previously only big haves only can go for the banking. And the big tickets were the mainly before 1969. What happened after that, after nationalization, it has all semi-urban, rural places, all the places, the people were able to make access to the banking, not only for opening the savings account and the small loans and other things. As you know, you people will be knowing about the 20-point program at that time. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi they announced, and also IRDP, as Sir Thomas sir told. So those things were this one, so that people were started having that access to the banks. So banks were familiar to them only after that nationalization. Then growth in agriculture, industrial production, everything has happened. Confidence and value of business also increased as bank has the support of statute of government, because it is only nationalized through the statute of the government. So this is the evolution in banking. And then before that, one more slide will be there. Then growth of private banks. So what happened 90s? There were two types of, I can say that one, people have money, they wanted to invest in not the other sectors, industry, that is iron and iron sectors, iron and steel, cotton, everything like that. They also wanted to find that banking is a very good potential avenue. So they thought that they wanted to just invest. This is one of the area. And what happened that people also wanted a kind of, that we can say that one, they want a little switch in the, that is the service qualities and other things. So what has happened with the money invested, they wanted to the government wanted to try with these private banks. So only you can see the 90s, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank at that time. Service levels are set in terms of quality and time. While the assured speedy disposal, it is also associated with the cost factor. True, I am telling you. If you go to a that is nationalized bank, the minimum balance charge will be 10 rupees or 20 rupees. Whereas when you want to go for this one private banks, your rates are higher. So when you are paying cost, you may have to do that. Like that, the private banks operations, still date, it is conducted like that only. Employees remuneration is also based on performance. Their performance will be more. If performance is more, they are paid well. If they are not if they are not performing well, they will be sacked out. In that case, if public sector bank, okay, reasonably, if they just perform, if normally in what I have through that experience, what I found, non-performance will be cautioned, but wrong performance is punished in public sector banks. But in private banks, if you are not performing, they are just sacking out. So this is the thing. But of late, what we are just finding, there is a very great competition between public sector bank and private sector banks. That has come, because here also the competition motive, everything they have just increased with regard to the public sector banks. Then the need for more automation and the high level of expectation of the business on service levels and the conversion of term lending institution into banks. These are all the major factors for privatization. ICICI, it has become ICICI Bank. Then, IDBI also back IDBI Bank. Like that, these term lending institutions have become these public sector banks. This is the growth of private sector banks. Failures and actions. Few private banks failed which were merged with the public sector banks. The failure of Yes Bank was saved by infuse of funds by SBI and other banks. The reason for failures, definitely, it is not only if it is a retail bank, this type of a big failures will not come. Huge corporate exposures, that is one of the reasons for more NPS, and also increase in operational cost. When compared to that, so only there that charges increase, everything is happening mainly because of that one. But still, that increase, that is the cost of operation is one of the major challenge, and also NPA. These are all the major two factors of that. And the cooperative bank, this PMC was one of the, because they were not on the RBI purview at the time of failure. So because of that one, what has now, if you see that one, it is also coming under the RBI purview. This cooperative banks also a major portion, except few, I think everything is coming into the RBI supervision recently. Then, current COVID-19 scenario. The global pandemic of COVID-19 resulted in lockdowns, loss of productivity, job losses. There are so many, it was never in the world has never saw that is pandemic like this. There are so many losses. That is, I think it started in December. Effectively, it has come to India in February or March. From that onwards, so many people, job losses, everything has happened. Subsidies are provided from exchequer as priority is life and existence. And that is so many schemes have also been introduced by government. RBI provided moratorium from 1st March to 31st August 2020. This gives a temporary relief to the borrower to postpone the interest and principal or 6 months. There is also a court case is pending in the Supreme Court, whether what is a relief, there is a waiver or a deferment or a waiver. RBI says that if I go for a waiver, it will go to $1 billion of rupees losses we may have to incur. So I think it is a sub judice matter. It is going on. So what will happen? 1st August 2020, the entire interest and installment is going to going to be a due, because that moratorium will 6 months. Some of the even lenders of lending institutions, lenders, and also even credit rating agencies, they are just not in favor of extending further, because it will further accumulate the asset and liability mismatches. So now it is a question how they are going to do that. Some of the suggestions are that one, they may want to, that is whatever the 6 months period, what will be the interest portion accumulated, principal portion accumulated, they can make it as a as a term loan. So interest means the funded interest term loan, and other one is working capital term loan. So in a phased manner, depending upon the fund flow position of the individual borrowers, it can be fixed. These are all the ideas it is floating in the market. Nothing has concretely it has come so far. The banks are also exempted from declaration of NPA during this period. For this 6 months period, that moratorium they have now given. And that is now the more thrust is given for providing relief and loans to MSME sector. If I just see that one, see, as of now, I have seen today's paper. As of now, the government has then around 41,600 crores corpus is there, and they have annual they have also increased the the eligibility from 50 crores to 100 crores for the annual turnover, and around 87,000 crores have been dispersed. As Madam rightly said, there are many people yet to get the services. The eligible people are yet to get the services. The gap is always there. But I am just telling the current position. Conversion of the arrears into principal in 2 lumps will be a feasible option, that I told you. What I have told regarding the news item also, lenders and credit, they are not much in favor of that. After 6 months, what is going to happen? Okay, Corona continues. Or Corona is stopped, absolutely everybody is this one. For that, if they wanted to give further moratorium, what is going to happen? Whether they will be able to, that is because already 6 months period is there. This almost half of the year, this repayments of the interest and principal, it's going to be a big challenge, and everybody is working on that one. How it can just map to that one. NBFC is one of the problems the NBFC is facing, although it's since a financial sector, even though it is not directly connected to the bank. NBFC is making the funding through 2 routes. One is that they borrow from the banks. Other ones, they are getting from the market in the other forms. Banks, to some extent, they are getting that relief, NBFCs. Other one, they are extending the relief to the ultimate customers. But at the same time, they are not able to get, because for the whatever borrowing they have got from the market, that capital borrowing, they don't have any moratorium. So there is a mismatch between the assets and liabilities. This is one of the factors. Future of banking. Future of banking means transaction at borrowing. Nowadays itself, almost every bank has told that you may have to do only three withdrawal or deposit manually, or 6 max at the branch level. Otherwise, it will be charged. You will have a charge. Digitalization is the order of the day, and there are more channel-based banking transactions. If you see the number of transactions, also if you see that one, more transactions are only happening through e-route. That means electronic route only, many transactions are happening. Only the number of customers to the this one, even banking overall, the world, if you see that one, many places they have just reduced the number of banks, number of premises, banks and other things. They are encouraging only the more channel. So whether we like it or not, the problem is there, it is going towards that route only. Initiation of more cyber-based control and pipe value, as the value of the frauds are more than the manual frauds. If you see that on the even fraud division, if you just go for audit and other things for any banks, then you can just find out that one. E-frauds are more. The thing is that, since the volume of transactions in the electronic mode is more, these frauds are also happening. So more cyber controls. The problem is that, if you just put your cyber control, the hacker is coming out with some other virus. Then again, they have to go for another this one. So this is the biggest challenge as far as the banking industry is concerned. Then communication would be definitely through SMS, emails and mails, phone banking, and direct interaction substantially will reduce. See, this is the way it is going. Whether we like or not, the current banking scenario is going this way. The core banking solution will enable the transaction to happen from any part of the country. In many, that is, even they have not extended. In due course, it may extend to the globe. So as of now, you can do the any transaction, core banking solutions. This can happen from any part of the country. The banks which could provide quality services within SLAs and offer competitive rates could survive in the market in future. Now, this is the thing that is only the SLA timings quality, because customers are also very cautious today. If you see that consumers and the banking customers, they are also well educated, and they also make so much comparisons. Nowadays, the persons who is working in the bank, it will not be very easy to manage the customers, because customer is very educated. So to that extent, the customers are, because I worked in the bank, now I worked as an auditor. In both the cases, the client is extremely educated, extremely smart. I have to be so much smart so that I will be able to counter to his request. So these are all the things from the banking side also, and the bank employee side also. They have to improve their skill levels. Then only you may be able to face the people to cater to the requirement of the customers. Then expectations of man and woman from banking. Expectation is thrust to be given more on small and medium business entrepreneur development loans, and both for men and women, instead of the banks concentrate on big ticket loans. I absolutely, this is all because instead of giving 1 crore rupee to a single person, if it is scattered, if it is given to many people, that is a distribution of risk. This is called distribution of risk, so that when the failure comes, the failure will be comparatively less. So this is one of the focus area that I have to, because corporate loans are also necessary, but at the same time, the banks have to also concentrate on that, this small and medium entrepreneurs. But of course, the development is slowly, they are just giving concentration on that. In fact, whenever there are, they are also making the review, RBI is making the review. If the companies have to make the payments, in that how much loans they have to make the payment, how many days are pending with regard to MSME loans. With regard to MSME, are they paying correctly or not? This is one of the things also RBI is taking care.
And you have to speed up another 2 minutes.
Oh, no problem, sir. Banks should sponsor professional training courses to generate more entrepreneurs, man and woman, and resultant employment opportunities. This is one of the expectations from them. Then availability of loans at cheaper rates to have low break even for the business. This is ideally required. When you compare to current the current MFIs small loans, that is rate also a little higher. And this one, the banks loan rates also, if it is matched, then it will be better. They will be able to just make a break even for the business. Warm reception and timely service while they visit the branches. Call centers of banks to promptly take calls to resolve the issues instead of prototype answers. Options for manual interactions at ease instead of the customers pressing the buttons like imposition. Nowadays it is 1, 2, 3 like that it is going. The manual interaction is also this expectation of the customers. Quality and timely service for the customer's request. This will definitely have a long long effect with regard to improvement. The improved business also that will be improved if that quality and timely service for the customer's request are met.